but judges Gregg, Wallace and Torode admit they would happily quit the Beeb, providing the money was right. Asked whether any other channel had attempted to nab them, Gregg admits, "No, otherwise we'd have already gone. Tell the bloke at ITV if he wants to double our money we're gone. Sorry Masterchef, sorry BBC, double the money we're out of here." John adds, "I'm very happy to wander along the road of life and see what bumps into me, whatever. I've got plans and bits and pieces I'm doing, that's finny, but very happy to wait for the next adventure to come along, that'll be great." From next week Masterchef will be on 3 times a week on BBC One, moving to the prime 9 PM slot where it will do battle with big dramas including Cold Feet and Grantchester. Despite this, Wallace says they don't feel much love from BBC bosses. "No," he admits, "but I feel appreciated in that they keep on making it again. They've obviously got confidence in it to stand up against what's on at 9 PM. Which is complimentary." Speaking in 2016, ITV boss Kevin Lygo said the channel was lacking a great cookery show and called for ideas to compete with the Great British Bake Off and MasterChef. Both Wallace, 54, and 53-year-old Aussie Torode still very much enjoy making the series, which champions home cooks. "I think I've always had a nice time," Torode says simply. His sidekick, who also makes Inside the Factory and Eat Well for Less for the BBC, agrees. "I still very much enjoy it because it's all about the people and they're all going to have different emotions and cook differently. The more TV you do, the more you appreciate MasterChef. It's such a comfortable place with people who you've been working with for a long time." Torode says he'd happily make it for another decade while Wallace, who has a new baby on the way with his 4th wife Anne-Marie, 33, isn't so sure. "Depends whether I've paid off my mortgage and put enough pension pot away," he says. "Then I might not want to work so much." The pair, who sometimes lock horns while judging the show's keen amateur cooks together, do agree that the contestants are the key to the show's success. Torode says, "It's always been about the same thing, people and their own food. It's their personalities on a plate. It's about them and what they can achieve themselves. In that sense it's stayed the same." He is not convinced that the series, which airs in 60 countries worldwide, would be as successful if it were launching as a new show today because people are more interested in eating out than cooking themselves. "I do wonder, in the modern world, whether it would take off the way it did," he confesses. "I wonder if it's now become an institution in Great Britain and around the world where MasterChef is just part of the daily life, like The Apprentice." With the 3rd child on the way, a son they have already decided to name Sid, Wallace has his eye on some new money-making schemes. After losing 3 stone in the last couple of years, one idea is to promote himself as a role model for older men who want to get fit. "I was really pleased about that," he says. "I was chuffed. I showed my wife and she said, 'Yeah, you look great. I'm in the gym for at least an hour a day. I think if I can keep this fitness into my 60s I reckon I could make some money out of it. I'll be 60 and fit and well and there must be other people who think, hang on, I could be like him.' As opposed to a footballer or a model, I could be this 60-year-old bloke who likes puddings and curries." Meanwhile, Torode is looking forward to getting married to his long-term girlfriend Lisa Faulkner, who he met after she appeared on Celebrity MasterChef in 2010. Remaining coy about when and where they will get hitched, or who will be invited, he says, "Lisa's a lovely person and I'm very lucky. but he told how her feelings were hurt when he failed to remember their first ever meeting. "I've been doing this morning for 21 years and Lisa always maintains she was in the studio the first time I ever cooked for them, at Liverpool Docks," he explains. "I went, complete BS, I don't believe you," she insisted, saying she ate my food. So the editor pulled out the footage and she is doing an interview on the sofa about Brookside or Holby, and then the camera comes across to me. "So I'd met her 21 years ago and had no idea. She was really upset that I didn't remember her." Masterchef returns to BBC One on Monday at 9 p.m.